All right. Hi, Lily. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How has your week been going? I know it's been a couple weeks since we've talked, so fill me in on that.
Uh, it's been going pretty well. We had our second basketball scrimmage yesterday, so first game is in a week, so that's exciting. But kind of just normal school, work, and basketball.
Yeah, awesome. I know last time that was kind of the core of our conversation. So tell me how you've been doing managing basketball as well as school and family and friends.
I think I've been doing pretty well actually. Um, I haven't had a lot, like a big, like serious amount of like workload, like homework or anything.
Hmm.
But I think I've been balancing the three really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that last time we went over our wellness wheel and we have a new one this time. Is there anything specifically you want to go over on that wellness wheel or off of that wellness wheel?
Let me check what I put. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Um, I know some of my lowest scores were in relaxation and self-care commitment. I
Hmm.
think were my lowest too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, maybe I'd want to focus on that. Maybe talk about that today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start with relaxation. How come you think those numbers aren't higher than they are?
Um, I think again, it's just how busy I am throughout the day with school and basketball. That really I feel like I never really just get a chance to, sit down and relax and take time for myself. Just because I
Mhm.
feel like I'm always just on the go. I feel like there's no like, I kind of like all gas, no brakes, kind of
Yeah.
just going through my day. So I'd like to focus on maybe making at least just some time for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. What are a couple of things that you know do relax you that maybe don't even take that much time?
Um, Honestly, I would just say just relaxing, like in my family room on the couch watching Netflix.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of like a decompression, like just to take my mind off of things for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now switching gears kind of to the self care that you were talking about. I
Yeah.
know you ranked yourself a three. What would make that difference? Like, how come that number isn't any higher?
Um, I think it kind of goes with the relaxation too. I'm just
Yeah,
always so busy
yeah.
that again, just don't really make time for myself because I'm
Mhm.
always doing other things. So again, I just think it has to do with my schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that's from the first wheel that we talked about. Is that kind of where you want the course of our session to go today to kind of stick on those topics?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Awesome. All right. So I think something that was helpful last time is we kind of looked at the numbers from the wheel and
Yeah.
we decided what could make them higher numbers and what would happen if they were lower numbers. So I know
Yeah.
that for relaxation and self care, you gave them a two and a three. So how come
Yeah.
you didn't give those lower numbers?
Um, so like you mean like zeros or ones?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
how come they're not zeros at the moment?
Yeah. I'd say that especially like after basketball, I do have some time to kind of relax.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't have a lot of homework. So I'd say maybe once or twice a week. I maybe find some time to relax. So I think that's why it's not at a zero. It's not like I
Mhm.
never have any time to relax at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that like you can acknowledge that and that like you at least get a little bit of time to yourself. I know that you said so maybe one to two times a week. What would be your ideal number? I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around a seven. I know that probably isn't possible,
Yeah.
but what's like your minimum number? Like 5 days a week?
Um, yeah, I'd say probably five
Yeah.
is a good
Awesome.
number.
Awesome. Just a little background. What time do you have basketball practice every day?
So it's usually like 3:30, probably. 6:30 or 7,
Mhm.
and then maybe once a week we'll have a late one, which is probably like 9 to 11 at night.
Yeah, those ones are definitely probably harder to
Yeah,
schedule into
yeah,
your day or find times during the day.
yeah.
But is there anything after basketball practices that you typically do? Like, do you have to do homework after that, or
Um, yeah, I feel like it's homework, shower, dinner.
yeah,
Um, this kind of majority of it is just finishing, all the homework, trying to get ahead
yeah,
for the next.
yeah? Sorry. So I'm just trying to give you a little headspace where I'm at.
Yeah.
Understanding what you possibly could do earlier in the day to hopefully free up after basketball, because I know those are probably the times that you would want to have that relaxation after having an intense practice or a scrimmage or a game. And I think that it's good that we talk about it now before your game next week so you can start to
Yeah.
implement some of these things.
Mhm.
Do you think that it would be possible to like finish up your homework before practice to give you more time afterwards?
Yeah, I definitely think that, yeah, that's a possibility for sure. I think I can definitely make that happen.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
And then I know we talked last time about like using a planner because you were worried a little bit
Yeah.
about self management. Do you think that
Uh-huh.
scheduling into your planner time to take for yourself, for your self care and your relaxation, do you think maybe that would be a good visualization for yourself so you have to get things done
Yeah,
before?
yeah, I think that is a really good idea. I think that I can like start maybe like making like a time schedule, like
Hmm.
this time, I'll finish up this homework, this time I have class,
Hmm.
whatever, and then I can schedule like times for like after practice is out to
Hmm.
incorporate some like self-care techniques or just some just some me time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think that would be really good for you, especially just like visually to see it. Because I
Yeah.
think that's one of the things we talked about last week was visually being able to see what you have in front of your plate. Um,
Yeah.
is there any other? I know you said you enjoy watching Netflix or laying in your living room. Is there any other things that would be useful for you to do throughout the day that you think would be able to relax you, maybe even between like class schedules or before practice?
Yeah. Oddly, I kind of find it relaxing to like go to the library, even if I am doing homework, just to like kind of get out of my house, kind of
Hmm.
like a new environment. I do find that like peace and quiet, especially in like some of the study rooms, to be really relaxing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I could definitely do that throughout the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be good that even throughout your day when you're kind of in the hustle and the bustle, you can feel a little bit calmer. Have
Yeah.
you ever tried any other practices like mindful meditation or breathing exercises?
I actually never have. I've never like gotten into that stuff,
Yeah.
but I heard it is useful and helpful. Um, a lot of times I feel like mindfulness and like breath work is hard for me to do since I don't know, I think it's like it's something that definitely takes practice because I feel like my mind is always just on 100% all the time that
Hmm.
I feel like it'd be hard to just kind of, calm it down. But I think it is something that could definitely be helpful with practice.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's something that
Yeah.
might pique an interest in you, that would be something that I would recommend maybe trying.
Yeah.
But if that is something that is hard and challenging for you, maybe take the time that you do have and definitely focus on the things that you know work for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So with basketball starting, how has that helped your? I remember last time we talked, you were a little bit anxious about how it was going on. Has those nerves calmed down a little bit now that the anticipation is over?
Yeah, I definitely think it has just because we've been practicing for probably almost a month now, and we've already had two scrimmages. So kind of just getting it into that routine and just settling into it. I definitely think has helped, the anxiousness and the nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad to hear that, and that the routine has helped because I know that was something
Yeah.
that you said you were excited to get back into because you knew it would help. So I'm happy that that has taken you into a good headspace.
Yeah.
I think that we have talked a lot about the relaxation and the self care, and I would like to touch up on one more part on your wellness wheel. I see that you've put, I would say, the next group kind of is your nutrition, your mindfulness, and your knowledge. Is there anything on that you would like to talk about?
Let me see. I would probably say nutrition is, I think, something that I struggle with. Just being a college student, and just trying to, with the busy schedule, trying to find that time to eat, but also eat healthy meals that can fuel
Hmm.
myself gains and stuff. I feel like I've always kind of had trouble with that, especially being here in Alliance. It's not like there's options for food, but I want to say there's a bunch of healthy options
Yeah,
for food too. So
absolutely. Yes, I understand where you're coming from.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything in certain that you think you could do to improve that number? I know it's a little hard with a busy
Mhm.
schedule, but
Yeah.
is there anything that you've tried before that has worked?
Yeah, I think especially on like my off days, like on Sundays, I can, for the week go to the store, instead of eating out and just buy foods that, are healthy and that I like.
Hmm.
Um, I think that will be really helpful. It will definitely like prevent me from, going out to eat, especially after like late night practices and getting
Hmm.
fast food and stuff, which isn't very healthy for my body. So just getting to choose like what I want to eat and what
Hmm.
can fuel my, I think would be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that's another thing that you could add into that planner? Maybe on the weekend, setting out that time for it. Um, or is there a certain time during the day? I know you say that you're kind of you got a rush schedule now that you're in season, but is there like a time in the day that you could kind of set that aside for yourself that would maybe ease your schedule a little bit, knowing that you have those meals?
Yeah, I think especially on the weekends, especially on Sundays, that's the majority of our off days. So I feel like Sundays don't have to worry about going to practice or anything. It's kind of like a day for me. So definitely incorporating, going to the grocery store and maybe putting in self care
Hmm.
activities that day. I think that'll be really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that one day, Sunday specifically, would fit into all three things that we talked about, kind of the relaxation and the self care and the
Yeah.
nutrition. I think that would be a really good day for you to kind of feed all of those things that need it. Um,
Mhm.
I want to ask you if there's anything else that you wanted to talk about or that you wanted to add in about the topics that we talked about.
No, I think we pretty much covered everything for today. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, is there anything in specific that you're taking away?
Yeah, I think with my planner, like just kind of putting in more activities for myself and
Hmm.
like relaxation throughout the day, and then definitely on Sunday, making time for myself again, going to the grocery store so that I can fuel myself for the next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think those are exactly what I was going to touch on with you.
Yeah,
I think that it's wonderful that you're back into a routine with basketball,
yeah,
and now just to tweak a couple little things to excel and make you feel the best that you can. But I think you're
yeah,
doing a great job as of right now, and that you seem to be in a much better place than we were a couple weeks ago mentally, which I'm very happy for
yeah,
you in that aspect. And so, if you're okay with it, I think that this is a great place to stop. But
yeah.
you always can reach out to me if you need anything, and I'm looking forward to our next session.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.